Heat reporter Ethan Skolnick from 5 Reasons Sports sitting in. 24-8 only. First place Milwaukee is better. And I know you said at the beginning of the season they were a top 3 or 4 team. I said no way.
That's right.
But is this really a surprise to you?
I mean, it's a surprise they've been this good. But I thought they'd be good, Steve. I mean, I said all along, if you give Eric Spoelstra an uncluttered roster with guys who like to defend and they're selfless, you're going to get good results. And they've got really, really good results so far. And I don't really see a reason why this should be any different the rest of the way. You know, 32 games is a pretty good sample size. And with 50 left, there are still things that they can get to. Jimmy Butler can shoot better than he's shot so far. You're still waiting on Justice Winslow. And I also think Bam Adebayo has another level that he can get to when he gets a little bit more aggressive offensively.
Let's talk about that. Jimmy Butler shooting in the low 40s, I think, averaging 20 points, so pretty good. Adebayo is averaging 16 points, 11 rebounds. Who's more important? Is it Butler or is it Bam?
This is a great question. I actually put this out on my podcast. I actually think the most important guy on the team right now is Bam Adebayo. And look, it's no disparagement of Jimmy Butler, who's been tremendous. The shooting will get better. He's actually shooting from his lowest percentage at every spot on the floor beyond 10 feet. So I do think that will get better. But the reason it's Bam is they don't have another replacement for Bam. You know, if Jimmy goes out, with Goran, if Justice comes back, they, with Nunn, with Hero, they can make things happen on the perimeter. But you take a look at the situation with Bam Adebayo. He does so many things for them. He is the anchor to their defense. He guards 1 through 5. He switches. And then offensively, they run offense through him as well. So to me, Bam has become the most important player in the Miami Heat, like Chris Bosh was in the old days.
Getting triple-doubles. Reports that Pat Riley met with Dion Waiters and with James Johnson in an effort to reacclimate them into the team. Will either play an active role on this team?
I still think James Johnson will at some point. I think there are minutes for James Johnson potentially. Dion Waiters, I don't know. I heard one of the things that was discussed was the possibility of him maybe sort of going to the G League for a little bit and sort of getting his legs under him. So I wouldn't be stunned if that happens. But you look at their perimeter rotation, even without Winslow, they just don't have the minutes for him. You've got Nunn, you've had Hero, you want them to play those minutes. And Goran Dragic coming back. Goran Dragic played 35 minutes at his age, second night of a back-to-back. He played every minute from 4 minutes left in the third quarter through the overtime against Philadelphia, and he looked great. So to me, there's no reason to make a replacement there. Dion's going to have to wait for a significant injury to somebody else to have a chance.
Waiter's a little bit of a knucklehead, but what did Johnson do? How did he get in the dugout?
It's an interesting question. That one is a little bit more of a mystery. I mean, he didn't come to camp in the shape or let's say the weight that Pat Riley wanted him to be in, but I haven't heard about the kind of things behind the scenes with James Johnson that I have with Dion Waiters.
When Butler signed, there was a lot of talk of maybe the Heat would acquire another top-line player to play alongside him. Anything to that now?
Well, look, I still think there's always a possibility, but you've got to look ahead to 2021, and I've said this repeatedly in my podcast. The target is Giannis, and I still think that is a possibility down the road. Take a look at what happens in Milwaukee. This reminds me of LeBron. Really? This reminds me of LeBron before he came to Miami in 2010. Doesn't have the second star up there. If he doesn't win, where do you come to win? Who's going to throw the rings on the table, Steve? We know who's going to do that, and they're going to have the cap space, which is why, Steve, I don't think they make a major move. To me, the only name to watch that's out there right now is Drew Holiday. I think there's a possibility there, but can you get that done with Winslow and something else? I'm not quite sure.
Tell the people how they can hear you, read you, listen to you.
All right, we're at 5 Reasons Sports. This is our podcast. I came prepared this time. 5 Reasons Sports, 5 on the Floor podcast, 5 days a week, Steve. Radio stations don't talk about the Heat on the weekends. We do. All right? 5 days a week. And this is the team to talk about in town right now. Would we agree?
Yes.
We would agree.
No question.
For the last 20 years.
Happy New Year. Ethan Skolnick,
Steve.
everybody. 5 Reasons Sports. Thanks, Ethan.